Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my name is The Love and Odd. Today I'm doing a review of S.H.Figuarts Deadpool and Wolverine Deadpool figure. Now, I know this figure came out last year in 2025, and people were loving it. Heard some ups, heard some downs. I have my own opinion about this figure. I'm not going to be copying someone else. I have a lot to say about this figure. So this is my first S.H.Figuarts Deadpool, and I was pretty much excited. But then I do have some things to talk about, and we're going to talk about that and recommend if you do want to get this yourself. So the packaging itself looks fine, looks better. It's a bit more thicker than than the Wolverine. I apologize, than the Wolverine box, because that one was a bit more smaller. And with this one, he has extra stuff, which, man, I wish they gave the Wolverine more stuff, because he was actually a pretty good figure. Well, kind of, but he was still a good figure. But this box looks pretty good. Got Bandai Namco, okay. Got Marvel Studios, Deadpool and Wolverine. Got other stuff. Of course, got this tiny little sticker. Just to know and make sure it's the real deal. And of course, the side right here, just Deadpool looking very fabulous. And then really nothing much. It's just his arm. It's supposed to finish this artwork, which, by the way, not really an artwork, but it's pretty good. I guess it's some rendering for something from the movie. I don't know. But sometimes with S.H.Figuarts, they either put the figure, or sometimes like from an anime, they put like the manga picture. I don't know. So this was something for me. That's not the big deal. The big deal is, here to talk about the figure. Then the back wise, pretty good. But yeah, not bad. Wish they could do more poses. Top, just in case if anyone want to put their figures inside the box forever and ever, never touch with, and just waste their money for no reason just to look at it inside the box, and then waste their time just to resell it because they're douchebags. Anyways, so that's not the point. The point is, and then the bottom, really nothing much. Usually the sticker would be right here on some of my copies. Why, I don't know. But anyways, so yeah, but it's still weird that they're using a real image instead of the figure. It will make sense to me that they will use the figure. But all right. But anyways, that's not the point. The point is, and we're doing a classic style. So with how S.H.Figuarts boxes are now doing, it will open the box and they would have a tab right here, and they will show the instructions. So with this one, they're going back with the old school, where they have the sleeve right here, and then they will have the instructions in paper, which I like the instructions in paper way more. But at the same time, good God, it's taking me a while. Oh, wait. Oh. All right, yeah, I thought there was more extra stuff. So yeah, I don't know why they're going back and forth with paper, because with their Dragon Ball figures, now they're doing it with the instructions on the side. So I don't know, and I don't get it, but I like how they're having paper, but you keep it consistent. Stop changing up. It's stupid. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 hands, right? All right, yeah. Had to make sure. Yes, we have 10 hands. All right. So, anyways, we have 4 interchangeable eyes, which personally I like the eyes, not bad. But if you have the original Deadpool, you're basically getting the same sets with the original Deadpool, because it's just they're just reusing. Well, some parts are reusing. And in the back, for these katanas. And then, of course, for Deadpool, does this consider a 2-pack? We'll talk about that. And then, of course, with his guns, that's all the stuff. I will show you. So, I'm also hoping that when I'm making this video, I'm not messing up my words, because I'm just feel like I'm stuttering. But that's not the point. I'm just excited, because there's a lot of things. Now, we're going to look at the hands, actually. So, hands. Let's talk about them. A lot of hands. It's a bit. Did y'all hear that bang? That was my freaking neighbors. Did not know what that was about. It sounded like a gunshot. Well, anyways, so we're gonna go back. We have a lot of interchangeable hands, which, man, I I have to say there's a lot, which is pretty good. You get to change a lot. You get to do different poses. You get to have fun with them. But at the same time, it's a bit overwhelming because there's so much to look at and change. I was having so much fun changing them around when I was using this figure. But yeah, so right here we got the fist hands up top. We got the fist hands. Right here we have the katana holding hands, or just for the knife, his little baby knife. So basically for just any weapons he could hold in his hand. Then we have these little knives, and I think at the beginning of the movie where it's at the little area where the snowball was it? I can't remember, but I think they used this in the opening where he was stabbing those guys from the. I don't watch Loki. I could care less. Anyways, but I know it's from that show. But yeah, so he gets those little tiny blades. I don't know if you could see it. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Sculpted very well. And now, after me saying I don't watch Loki, now people are gonna get mad. Anyways, so who cares? So we got Trigger holding hands, pretty good. Unless you have any guns like for your action figures, you could use these and it would be pretty good and would be fun. And then of course we have thumbs up, and then we have pointing hands. And then right here we have hands where it's shaped into a C. It looks like a C, but of course it's supposed to be shaped into a heart. And then we have these hands where you could just use to slap, or I don't know, maybe I don't know, just anything. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I'm really not gonna use these hands. I'm trying to think. And then for wide gripping opening hands, not bad. But which I do gotta say, I wish they would have the fist hands because okay, yeah, there we go. I should have just done this in the first place. So with the fist hands, they should have done this in the first place. They should have kept it with the figure, because with the figure, he has hands, but they're opening hands. Like with the Wolverine. With the Wolverine, he had the same thing. And my little problem is I wish they have his open, calm, relaxed hands over here, and he has his fisted hands over here. Because with Marvel Legends, they would either have like a gun holding hand, a grip holding hand, or a fist. Either three of those hands for your figures to come up with, they would usually have those sometimes. But with this, it feels weird. I don't know. I'm always used to figures. It's not a big deal, alright? It's not a big deal. But to me, I'm like, I would have done it differently. Oh, one more thing. I was changing up his hands, and when you change up his hands, you gotta make sure loosen up the holes, because when you switch out the figure's hand, it's sometimes loose and sometimes fits, and it sometimes doesn't fit. So it's basically a gamble. So I recommend getting any little sharp, tiny, just little tiny objects they could use to have a little hole. Me personally, I just use like a little screwdriver, to be honest. That's what I just use, a little screwdriver just to open up a little hole. And it worked perfectly fine, so that's all that matters. Okay, now the eyes are scattering around. Whoa. Actually, let's redo that. Actually, hold on. Because for anyone who hasn't gotten a Deadpool figure from S.H.Figuarts, so, because I'm going too fast, we have Deadpool. We got his dual wield, isn't it? Desert Eagles, isn't it? Am I right? Desert Eagles. We have his little pouches, not even pouches, but where you could put his guns, his little holsters. I should have said that. We have his katanas, and then we have his little other katanas in the, I would say holster, but no, it's a sheath, right? I can't remember. Anyways, let's continue on. Someone could probably say in the comments. And then over here we have his little stick thing where you could pop out the eyes, change them up. Then we have this little thing where you could put on the hand and have Deadpool right there. And then over here we have his baby knife and the one just out of it, just basically the little sheath or little holster, whatever. The thing where it has the baby knife in it, but without the baby knife, just in case you want to switch it out when you're using the baby knife. And of course, backing up, you got his eyes. So they look a bit similar, but they don't look similar. I'm gonna get to it. So with this hand, what the fuck am I talking about? With his eyes, they look regular. They look wide open. These are way more angry. They look a bit tiny, so you could see. I don't know. When you hold the figure, have it, you'll see what I'm talking about. Then you got open wide eyes. And then you have little squinty eyes. Now let's talk about the figures, because I probably dragged this on too long. And some people are probably mad, but I like to take in the whole processing and review and give my honest opinions. Now, with this Deadpool, I have a lot of things to say. I ordered mine on Big Bad Toy Store. I have some things to say. So you see, do you see that? Now, before you click off the video, mine didn't come like that. Mine was perfectly tight, moved very smooth. I was fine with it. I was happy with it. And then I want to do this process, since we're already here. I want to talk about it before I continue on. And anytime, look at that. Before I continue, anytime, he kicks all right. Not that bad. But man, when you have him trying to do like, just look, I'm going to do this nice and gently. And I'm going to see how this, I'm going to try to rotate it. And I'm going to try to widen it. And it's perfect. Usually it will pop out. Let me show you. Oh. Crap. And another thing, good God, almost forgot about this. The baby knife. You got to be careful with the baby knife, because this thing cannot stick. We're going to look at all the weapons and the amount of details, but we're going to wait on that. But I wanted to let y'all guys know about this, because sometimes when you do the splits, oh, this thing is just keep rolling off. So when you do the splits, it would sometimes break off. And then it gets loosened up, and then you try to move it more and more, and it just feels more loose. But when he stands up, he's pretty good. He could stand on his own. But when you have him on like your own little, I don't know, figure stand, he's going to be moving so weird. He's going to move weird. He's going to move very weird. So I want to let you know about that. I want to warn everyone. I want to be telling everyone my honest opinion, because again, I was excited and then I was a bit disappointed, because I was oh, legs pop off, just like with some S.H.Figuarts, not with every S.H.Figuarts. So let's talk about this figure. So figure wise, it doesn't look bad. I love the way it looks. It looks beautiful. Look at the red. It pops. It's wonderful. It looks just amazing. Promo pictures, when you look at it, he looks pink. He looks like the reddish pink color. We're just going to say pink. Screw it. We're just going to say pink. He looks very pink and doesn't look so bright as his original red color in the Deadpool and Wolverine movie. So he looked completely different. Some people like the figure, some people don't. Me, I'm going to give my honest opinion about that. But I know people were complaining about the way this figure was looking, because my goodness, when you get him out of the package, he looks good. He looks fine. But when you see the promo pictures, yeah, he does look a bit too pink. But with him, his red pops. His red, let me just show you. His red pops. Do y'all see that? It pops very well. It looks very wonderful. Spectacular, if I must say. I mean, look at that. And in some of the images, for some reason, he just looks pink. But yeah, he looks great. I love the way he looks. We still have a lot more to talk about this figure. So the way he looks beautiful, phenomenal. A lot of details. It actually looks like a guy in a suit. Some people said his head looked a bit weird, and now I'm looking at it. Kinda. I see what people are talking about. With the Marvel Legends Deadpool, his head looked a bit too big. Like, a bit too big, and his neck was too skinny. His neck and head are perfectly fine, but it looks too... No, it looks... Like, when you move it around, it looks great. standing looks pretty great, but when you just keep staring and staring as we're doing it right now, his head looks and some of the proportion as well. I have a lot of things to say about this figure. I have a lot of things to say about this figure because I thought with every Deadpool they were gonna have a lot of articulations, and I've heard wonderful things. Excited. This, I have a lot of things to say, good and bad. So with the proportions, he looks like Ryan Reynolds, not like mask-wise, proportion-wise, kind of. Because we're gonna take the Wolverine over here. I customized him with some paint. So over here, they look great. What the Wolverine, his head looks up. He looks like he's looking up, but I promise you, he's actually looking down. It's just the way his head is. The Deadpool, he can move his head pretty well, but side by side, they look pretty great. Of course, I am gonna customize this Deadpool after I'm done giving my honest opinions about this figure, because I mean the colors pop, the red, the black, the gold. We're still going on with this. By the way, look at the gold. Look, let's just hold on. I'm gonna have to have him sit down. Okay, just look at the coloring. You see some gold, you see some black, you see some red. I mean, you see a lot of red, of course. See, this red's a bit more dark than how the red looks. And the way he brings a lot of presence. Not a lot, well, not saying he looks like the best figure, but I'm saying look-wise, he looks very phenomenal. He looks very well done. The people who were making the sculpt, they did put some effort. Now, I know they did have some reuse from the original, and then I know that their second one also did some reuse from the original one, but I think they had some new parts and pieces. I don't know. So I don't know if they're using parts and pieces from the Deadpool 1 or Deadpool 2. But I also know that they're doing some new parts and pieces, but I don't know which parts and pieces are they using. So this is a lot new to me. So, but man, there's texturing around the body. Even just his head. We're just gonna look at his head right now. Looks amazing. You actually see some texturing. You actually see some very well done linings around here. It actually looks like someone's wearing a mask. Good God, like, y'all see that? And then, of course, if you look closely, oh crap, I don't know if you guys could see. Okay, there we go. You have the little black dots. You see those little black dots? Those are his little holes, the little pegs. You could pop off the eyes and switch them out. I'm not gonna do that because there's gonna be too much to do. But I recommend doing it. It's so fun. It's a bit difficult sometimes, but yeah. So, oh, what the heck is this? Anyways, so he looks pretty good. Actually looks like a man in a suit, but some proportions when you just turn it around, it's a bit weird because some people said his arms looked a bit too skinny. And I see what you were talking about, but I've looked at other Deadpools and his proportions look weird. Like with the S.H.Figuarts, other original Deadpools, like the first one and then the second one, they looked a bit weird. So, man, it's got some things to say. And then with the Marvel Legends, they didn't even give him this tiny little pouch, which if you go rewatch the movie, he has this tiny little pouch. So they actually looked at some stuff in the movie and made some wonderful, they knew what they were doing. Some stuff, I do not have some nice stuff to say, but we're gonna try. So let's just talk about the articulation, and then afterwards I'm gonna have all of his stuff on him. So head-wise, it's pretty good. A little side to side. His neck peg though is a bit more. It's on a little ball peg, It's more longer than Wolverine's. Pause. And with Wolverine's, his neck peg was a bit more shorter. And this one, they're also doing the Mafex route, where, if you don't know what I'm talking about, is with the Mafex route, the Mafex, they would usually have their joints to this, like, cricket to the side. It looks like it's gonna break, but no, it's not. It's perfectly fine. I wish they would rather do like a regular like peg instead of just one cricket to the side. I feel like a regular straight ball peg would have done more articulations. But if you do switch it up, he can look a bit more better. Not a lot, but a bit more. And it sounds pretty satisfying. It sounds pretty satisfying moving the figure. Sounds pretty nice. So, side to side, pretty good. Up, not a lot. If you want to look up, you're going to have to move the whole neck. Oh, sorry about that. There we go. You're going to have to move the whole neck. You see that? I'm going to hold the neck and trying to have Deadpool looking down and looking up. You don't even see a difference. You don't see a difference. But if you have him with his neck, looks a bit up, more decent, and down, bit much better. So that's a little problem that I have. The Wolverine, he had a bit much better, right? Oh no, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, better articulations though, and oh man, even with this over here, look how they got the legs right here, very well done, and over here they gave him the little diaper mechanism. I'm not a fan of that. Let's still continue on with this. So, pretty good looking. Feels great. Some stuff we still gotta talk about. Butterfly joints. Let's use the butterfly joints. He moves the butterfly joints pretty well. Much better. And then with the arms over here, you could also, they're drop downs. So, pretty good. Very well done, very well done. And then with this part, the shoulder pads, it's glued on, so you got to be careful. It's glued on right here, and it's very thick. I'm pretty sure the old one was a bit more rubbery, a bit more gummy, which I would rather have a hard plastic than something that's gummy and that could just tear apart easily. But I feel like there's different materials I've seen with different figures that they will have some material like this, and will be more a bit stretchy. They could have done something like that, but man, they didn't. So, swivel, there is a swivel. You just don't notice because you think it's the... Oh, you don't notice because you think it's the butterfly joints because you move it. And my brain, when I'm looking at it more, it's tricking you. You think you got a swivel, but it feels like you're just like popping his butterfly joints out while you're trying to like have it. I mean, if you have it up like this, try to see you a bit, but not a lot. So that's also a bit disappointing. So there's some limited range. Double joint, pretty well. So there's some limited range around the figure, which I do have some problems with. And there's some things that I do like and not like with the figure. Now, this is a part that I've seen. Actually, it's gonna have to have your arms drop down. T-pose, not that much, a little bit decent. It's fine. At least way better than the splits. You're going to see what I'm talking about. And this part, the torso, side to side, pretty fine, works pretty well. Down, not a lot. Up, only a little bit, not even a lot. Let's see. up, down, up, down, up. Not a lie, not a lie. Side to side, way more better. Bit more better than what it was. And then, of course, overdoing it right here with this little thing. I feel like this whole piece could have been just one piece. Hold on, One Piece fan. I'm not making a reference. I'm just saying one piece. This whole body part could be one piece of plastic and could have done the whole mechanism of the articulation. Could have done it way more. Doesn't even finish right here of the black paint right there. Another thing, what I wish with the Marvel Legends, theirs were plastic. This one is sculpted, and on the shoulders, mine tore off. This one, you can't tear it off, so that's pretty good. I like that. Very wonderful. Feels very good. I like it. And then when you're moving it, it's sculpted on there. Far away, it looks good, but then when you're just moving it, it's so ugly. It's really... I know this is my first S.H.Figuarts Deadpool, and I like some things. I don't like some things. But man, I really wish they could change some stuff up, because they're I'm pretty sure this is the same torso from the 2016. No, because the 2016 was a bit more wide right here, and then more skinnier right here. And I think the 2018 Deadpool from Deadpool 2 where he's more thicker, more skinnier here. I don't know. It's just with me, I feel like they could have done something different. I see what y'all wanted to do, but it does not work. I have more things to say as well. But yeah, you can't even like turn it around. You see that? Can't even turn it. Can't even turn it. So yeah. And you're trying to like move the arms. Takes a while. This you really can't do a lot because this thing is just stopping it. So that's just kind of that just sucks. So kicking wise, oh, pretty well. Kicking wise, pretty well done. I wish it could be more, but that's better than nothing. Back, not a lot. Back, not a lot. It's really about the movement of these little things, because when you move it, little thing to the front, like how it is right there, you get much better movement. Now, with mine also popping off with this, like, I don't know if you guys could see it. Just see how the paint rubbed off. I don't like that. I do not like when just the paint rubs off. Just anything just rubs off paint. I do not like that. I wish the paint could just stay on forever. Just not messed up. But I'm going to customize it anyway. So who gives a shit is what I say. So, and then swivel right here. Here's another thing. Swivel right here. The swivel right here. The rotation. Mine was a bit stuck. So when I moved this one, his leg also popped off. So that's why you see his leg like this. So I try to do a whole swivel, whole rotation. It's already fine. I already fixed it. But man, just be careful in case, because, ooh, these joints are very tight. And over here, very squeaky. Very, very squeaky. So I just have to warn anyone, be careful, because my joints, both of them fell off. So that's why they're like a bit loose. Because when I was moving it, got out the package, he was moving fine. Perfect, wonderful, great. Then both legs accidentally fell off, and then they came loose. Usually when you take off a leg, they would not become loose. But now, for some reason, mine's loose. My Trunks figures, I take off his leg a few times on accident. And he works perfectly fine. His joints are still tight. This one, still, it moves smooth, but it still just feels just something about it loose. My Wolverine did not even come loose. This one, it was perfectly tight, somehow loose. Ugh. Anyways, double jointed, pretty good. I don't even know what the hell this thing is. This little black mark, or what is, looks, this little smudge right here. Look at that little smudge. I don't know if it's black or gray. I don't know. But look at that. Look at that. I do not know if you guys can see that. I do not know what the hell that is. It's probably paint. I do not know. But double joint over here. And look. No black smudge. Nothing. Perfectly fine. So it's probably the paint from, obviously, from the Deadpool. But I don't know. Maybe they did some little mistake. Act like, nah, no one's gonna notice. But whatever. Screw you. I'm just gonna customize it. But, and then of course, not a lot. Look at this. Up, down, not even a lot. And then, hold on. Because with this swivel, I mean, not swivel, this ankle pivot. Look, so it goes a little bit right there. A little bit right there. See? But not a lot. It kind of just really bothers me. Because with the... Man, I'm going to have to keep bringing this Deadpool. I mean, this Wolverine. I apologize. This Wolverine. Look at his ankle pivots. Much better. Well, it doesn't look a lot, but man, his legs could actually move much better than what this figure was. So, let's continue. What I do like, look at that. Look at that. Hold on. Look at that boot. Look over here. The boot, no weird foot. I was gonna say foot. I do not know why. Okay, with this foot right here, no cuts, no weird, awkward, tiny cuts. Sometimes it doesn't even matter because you're gonna have your figure standing on their legs. They're gonna do their thing. It doesn't matter. But with this, look at that. It looks like he's actually just moving his foot inside the boots, and it looks like it's actually moving. It's so hard to explain it, but just look at that. Look at that. Just look at this. Look at this. You could... Oh, wait. You could barely see it because it just looks like someone just walking on the street, doing their thing. So, not bad. Not bad. Looks pretty good. So, of course, let's put his whole other accessories on here because, my goodness, there's a lot to look at. With his katanas, so you don't have to put nothing inside of his freaking katanas. Basically, it's on a little thing. I don't know if you guys can see it. Little peg. Little hole right there. I don't know if you guys can see that. Afterwards. Add it. Looks pretty good. And then kind of looks like a puzzle. I don't know if you guys can see that. Also, I do not like how they had this other stuff, other crap. I do not like that. It's like with the Wolverine where they just added this other stuff on the back. I do not like that. Stop that. What are y'all doing? So, if you look at the back, it kind of looks like a puzzle piece. Right here. Kind of looks like a puzzle piece. Different little shape. Just like how it is right there. Then... Oh. Crap. Plug it on the back. Not bad. And it fits pretty tight. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. So, not bad. Now, what I do have to be honest about that also drives me crazy is the guns. Now, when you put the guns... Oh, by the way, they're also the same thing. Before I continue, it's like the same thing. Just like with just like what I showed you. like a little puzzle piece. There you go. It's like a little puzzle piece. So just in case if you get them mixed up or lost, you really don't have to worry about nothing. Oh wait, oh yeah, of course. All right, going crazy a bit. Anyway, so what I was about to say. So with the guns, his guns are a bit loose. Not a bit loose. They're just too small. So you think to yourself, well, that's stupid. Calling little 1/12 guns small. That's so stupid. They're action figures. Of course they'll be small. Yes, they're small. But they don't even fit, like, on their hands. It's so weird. Well, it fits in his hand, but it falls off so easily. Even in the holster. It fits in okay. Fits in okay. And then, but the other ones, hold on. The loose legs are getting too much control. And this one, crap. I was trying to show you, but who cares? Who cares? Hope y'all saw. Anyways, so now he has his gun. Now he has both of his guns, dual wielding them. But if you have him upside down, some reason that happens. The other one doesn't fall. It does not fall off. But the one on his, God damn it, the one on his left just falls off. I do not know why. And I don't know if anyone has problems with that, but be careful with that. He looks pretty good. I do like it. But as soon as he poses it, it's like, ah. And I kind of have, I don't know, like, some people say this is like the best Deadpool figure ever. And I see what they're talking about at some parts. Some parts, not a lot. Because if you look here, look at this. Look at this. I've seen some people try to move it and do the splits so he could do the splits, but this part you can't even move it because it's plastic, but it's so hard freaking plastic. Look how much split he can do. That's it. That's it. It's so insane. So it's so outrageous for an athletic person like this character, and you're not, you like, really? Come on now. It really blows my mind. And then with the head pull, if you do want to have him on his hand, it's so weird because I wish if you had like a random stand and if you have him on like a clear stand, you could use that and then you could just connect him on that stand, but you got to balance him on the stand. It's very... Oof. Okay, there we go. So he looks pretty good. I wish he was a bit more dirtier sculpt-wise and paint-wise. He looks good. A bit too good. Not too good, but too good. Because he looks too clean. I don't want that. I want him to look more dirtier, more grubbier, more messier. I'm also most likely going to just customize this one. Because why the hell not? I could do it. And I just got to be honest. For anyone who wants to put this accessory on his hand, be careful, because with my Deadpool, I try to put it on his hand, and it's scratched up right here. I don't know if you guys could see it. Scratched up right there. I don't know if you guys could see it, but if you can't, no worries. And then scratched up a bit here. Not too much, but I just want to let you know, be careful, because when I try to do it, so with this one, you really got to loosen it up. And the only way to loosen this thing up is by putting it on his arm. Literally, just, that's... We're gonna go crazy for this accessory. See? There we go. So, he does not look bad. He doesn't feel bad. in some parts, this figure, oh, by the way, if you're wondering how much I got this, he was like, $55 on Big Bad Toy Store, $85 for this figure where he looks nice, he looks good, and there's some things that have problems with, because I've seen reviews where some people had his arms, his little pegs popped off, and it broke. So the pegs broke. I've seen some people where they were talking about his legs, just one of the pegs just snapping off. Mine's I could just put them back on, but they're talking about the actual peg where you just put the leg in. And I don't know what other problems people were talking about, but I looked at some stuff on Amazon, then looked at other people's reviews, and I'm just here giving my own honest opinion about this review. Because accessory wise, dude, you're stacked. You have a lot of accessories. With most Deadpools, they have a lot of accessories. I don't mean with most Deadpools. I mean just with S.H.Figuarts. And man, I wish with the Deadpool, with this one, they give you the gun effect. Because with the Deadpool 2, they give you the gun effect. Two guns, one with the no gun effect, the other one with gun effect, just sculpted on there. So I wish they would have done something here like that. But either way, it looks good. But when you move it, it's a bit worrisome. So it's not the worst figure ever. I do like it. Is it the best Deadpool figure? I don't know. If you want to wait for the Mayfix, I would recommend it. But this, I was like, 50 freaking dollars? Sure, why not? I do like the figure, but it's not the best figure ever. So what am I giving this rating? I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. Just a 7 out of 10. A 7 out of 10. I have done some wonderful photography with this figure. I had fun with this figure. But there's some things I'm just not a fan of. I think I gave the Wolverine a 7.5, 8.5. I don't remember. But this is way more... No, what I meant to say is this is way more better than the Deadpool. This figure right here. But either way, not bad. It's fine. It's 7 out of 10. And that's about it. It's a pretty decent, fun Deadpool figure to have. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this review. I hope you always have a wonderful day in this big, crazy world. Wherever y'all are, have a wonderful day, wonderful night, wherever you are. And I hope you guys take care of yourself. See you guys another time. Goodbye.